All right, here we go. Why not? I figured I'd come on. This has been quite a story. We're live. I am also. I want to be very clear, folks. I know we have a lot of new people, but you can't imagine. Hi there, Chris. Biz Garney. All right, they just had the press conference, folks. I'm a little. Well, I want to let everyone react. It is sad. I was a little thrown, like the number of people contacting me. Is she really? Did they really find? Do you think? Have you followed the coverage? Look at this. Ashley Rosowski. Did they find Kylee yet? Was anyone watching the coverage? The number of people, did they really find her? You're the only one saying that. I checked. I had people leaving me messages. I'm reporting you. For what? We've been following the story. For those of you who are watching each night, there's Lois. Very sad. When I signed off, number one, it had been a long afternoon. We broke the news. You know, I want to tell you, you want to talk about a jerk. I normally don't do this. Who is this guy? Like, people could, what's his name? Gary LaRiviere. We broke the story about the raid today. He put, you are so full of, and then the emoji for, for shit. Like, dude, like, what world are you living on? Folks, I posted. How about somebody stole it and put it on those of you in Pawtucket? Yeah. So I posted. Do you think breaking news, they found her. Please pray for the family. Located, buried in the yard. I posted that. The number of people, where are you getting this from? Haven't you been following the coverage? Hi there, Cindy. I didn't post that with any glee. Like I said, some people, the number of comments, did they really find, is she, but how do you know she's dead? Who sent me that? What is wrong with these people? That's one of the reasons I had to take a break. Did they find her? This. John, was she found? What's going on? It's on the page. Why do you think I posted that? I know. Forget about the news. We broke the news today. Stephen something, I won't say. Did they really find her? You think after all the coverage we've done, nonstop, since it's been less than a week. Last Wednesday, Tuesday. What's wrong with these people? Brandy Carlson. Did they really find her? Why the fuck do you people hide there, Stephanie? What is wrong with these people? I know. You think I'm going to post that after we just dedicated the week? I get there's a lot of new people. And apparently there were people trashing me on TikTok. He's the only one saying it. I'm not even going to say, someone said, well, I asked one of the news people. They didn't know. Who do you think they follow? Do I really want to check some of the insulting comments? Folks, this is terrible. But for those of you that have been watching, we did Wednesday. I was there all day Wednesday. We did Wednesday night. I was there Thursday. We did Thursday night. We did Friday night. We did Saturday, Sunday. There were clues that were emerging. The past 2 nights, we were trying to back off it a little bit. But it was there for all to see. I kept saying, the police are telling you where they are. Thank you, Gail. I want you all to know. Look at this. What, like, who is that aimed at? Cam Esposito. You know, I don't know who that's aimed at, but I don't even feel like finding out. You can't use that type of language on the page. So, yes, it's terrible. They found her. You know, I forget, one of you last night kept, thank you. Folks, I at this point, I'm not going to post that unless I have it. I have it. Well, Channel 10 doesn't have Channel 10. They don't. What the fuck is wrong with you people? They just send whatever report is free out there. I went there on my own on Wednesday. Thank you for those of you that have defended people. You're in trouble. I'm in trouble for what? But how do you know she's dead? What do you think? She's sleeping under the fucking dirt? Like, what is wrong with some of you ignorant people? I was being trashed on TikTok. He's saying that. Somebody put, he also said Karen Reed would be guilty. I didn't say she'd be found guilty. I said she was fucking guilty, you ignoramus. Good God. I know. Of course. But again, folks, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I got a better idea. We don't need you on the page. Swearing? What I've been listening to with the nonsense the past couple of days? Folks, we flood the zone. I know, but it doesn't stop them from coming in. I feel terrible. I feel terrible for Faith. I feel terrible for Kitty. I am a little thrown. But last night, the past 2 nights, thank you. Well, I am the news. But look at who we've talked to. No one else went in this depth. Let me explain, folks. I mean, something of this sensitive nature. I'm not going to be wrong on something like this. These people sending me threatening, insulting messages. One woman, I'm going to have you reported. I don't want to go through all the comments. It's not even worth it. Ridiculous. Listen, this is terrible. But for those that are, like, even tonight, right? We're live. Well, we're going to find out tomorrow. Exactly. Thank you, Amanda. Exactly, Justin. Yeah. Listen, I mean, it's human remains. It's her. He didn't, I don't want to keep coming, but he didn't have a car. The clues were there. The more I listen to this, and I'm not going to give away, but I did talk with some people, and they started saying, you know, we don't know, and she could be anywhere, and maybe she was kidnapped, and I'm not going to argue. But listen, I put the guy on my website. That wasn't an accident. Those of you that follow know. I don't do it passively. Yes, she is. Thank you, Lisa. No, and I'm not put off by it. I want to be clear by that. Like, they don't intimidate me, but I'm not also going to be I'm not a punching bag with some of these idiots. Like, but I don't, like, it's so unrelatable to me. That's the thing. I mean, and even now, like, some of the comments that's still coming out. Look at this. Stop at Red Ruby. Ready? Listen to me. Stop. Do me a favor. Stop asking fucking questions. Okay? You got that? If I see one more question from you, you're going to get blocked. Stop thinking it's your purpose in life to just fucking ask me questions. All right? Stop asking questions and listen to what I'm fucking saying to you. The bullshit. We tried something different. Okay, next time I probably would go unseen. The people were great. We're not stopping that, but stop this. Some people, and that Red Ruby is another one. I'm telling you, not another comment. We don't need them. Look at all the followers we have. I don't need all this bullshit. Look at that girl that came in. Jesus. Miguel Degnan. I was almost going to come out if I could hang out with him. Thank you, Miguel. Oh my God. Greg did it right. No, it was the fucking butler. Like, what is fucking wrong with you? Am I attracting them? Is it me? Or are these people just idiots? He did it right. That's a phone. Can I be honest with you, Kylee? What the fuck is wrong with you? Yes. Yes. Block them all. Jesus Christ. I am Marissa. Oh my God. Well, Channel 10 doesn't know that. How do you know? They found out the raid because I am. That's why Channel 12, they're in Seekonk, Rehoboth, right? They were there, tried something different. I thought our people were great. So I don't know what to tell you. I was being trashed on TikTok. By the way, maybe it's a better thing. I fucking hate that lady. I don't know her, but she's one of the free Karen Reed people. I fucking hate that. She's a fucking zero. She is a hag bag. I'm girl with sunglasses. She is a fucking loser. She's a major fucking loser. What a fucking hag bag. I fucking hate those people. You know what they don't realize? They don't like me. I fucking hate them. I know. Hold on. Let's reel it back in. Oh my God. Karen Reed. Karen Reed. Oh, let me guess. It's a fucking conspiracy now. Who buried him there? Fucking lunatics. All right, let's reel this in. Big hag bag, Jessica Perry. I'm the girl in the sun. What a fucking, honey, you're a fucking loser. You are such a zero. You have no intelligence. It's actually good I didn't encounter a hag bag of that magnitude. Fucking hate those people. But it's not even hate. Like I think of them as subhuman. The whole thing. The whole free carrying me. I fucking hate them. They are the biggest idiot morons. And I'm trying to be polite. All right, I got to come down. I know. Came here for news on Kylee. There were clues. Can I ask, who are you cursing? Never mind. Let me move on here. I don't know who these people are. I don't like this Summer Wells. Get rid of her. She was the one telling people to go to TikTok to watch the hag bag. I'll leave it to the moderators. All right, let's recap. Listen, the reason I signed off earlier was because to me it became very obvious, right? They have him in custody. I explained. You know what the problem is? Not only do people not read, they don't listen. And I want to thank many of you. No, keep going. I want to thank many of you who say, like, try to tell people just to read. But what I've been trying to explain is we weren't new to the story, right? Somebody posted today. Someone who hasn't posted anything posted today on it. We've been there every step. So again, I want to come back. There was someone, I don't remember. It could have been Tracy Montero. There was someone who was saying, I'm stuck on that he doesn't drive. But to me, that was very telling. Because either then you're going to involve someone or she's not far. Now, he did say to someone who I won't say, that he was like mocking the search in the reservoir. And he was saying, oh yeah, listen, Kylee, rest in peace with her little unborn infant. Listen, it's terrible. It's terrible. But he made she was heavy set, heavier than him. He would not be able, but he made a comment to someone like, oh yeah, like I'm going to lug her through 26 acres in the water. Well, what does that tell you? All right, so she didn't put her that far. This fucking idiot went in, no lawyer today. That's how cocky. Let's talk about how cocky Greg Groom is. Let's talk about how cocky this guy is. You know what? Big tough guy, he's going to find out how tough he is. That's the good news. You know what the good news is? He gets to find out what a tough guy is. Because he's, you want to talk about someone that's not going to fare well in the system. So as we know, I know people don't get that, but it limits your options. He doesn't drive. There were some of you, and I don't mean it in a bad way, but they couldn't comprehend. I kept hitting on that. Why do you think I kept repeating that over and over? He doesn't drive. He doesn't drive. Meaning she didn't go far. We had someone saying, I think she was kidnapped. What did I say? I don't think she was kidnapped. We had people, thank you, Christy. We had people saying she could be anywhere. What did I say? No, she's not anywhere. Listen, how cocky this guy was. What a loser this guy is. What a jerk. Hey, listen, pal, you're 22. All right? You're the one that got her pregnant. You're the one that got her pregnant. She's 18. She's young, very immature. You're the idiot that got her pregnant. So, whatever. Too bad. And then you wanted to break up with her? What, to go out with some other little hag bag? So then she was leaving. But this jerk, he called the police and said she was missing. And I think there was someone, we'll let it play out. Some of you that have been following know that supposedly pressured him to do that. So who said to him, like, hey, you gotta call and report her missing. And then I don't know exactly. We'll let some of it play out. I'll admit. So listen, as many of you know, for those that have been following, now it doesn't make sense to reveal everything right away. I'm not going to. A lot of times, admittedly, and I recognize we get a lot of new people that don't know, big trash. So we're going to find out. We're going to find out about if he's going to be charged for 2. I think he gets charged for 2. I think so. But you don't know. It's Massachusetts, and Massachusetts is pretty fucked up. But 22, lives with the grandparents, doesn't drive. He killed her Wednesday night, August 6th. He killed her Wednesday night, August 6th. What a zero. What a jerk. And he probably spent the whole night burying her. I think. Probably had to dig the hole and then Thursday continue to fill in. Who knows with the friggin' grandparents? They didn't even know that she was at the house. So, and then, what was this? He should have just, again, I'm not trying to, but like, what was the point of, he called, maybe because of the friend Anna. She called, I think, she convinced him to report her missing. I think I have that right. So he does. So after talking to him, the police, I can imagine, immediately get a bad vibe. And they get a bad vibe, actually, from both of them. Poor little Kylee. Oh, so terrible. So, I don't know. I mean, you think a guy like that's going to be able to do the time? No way. He's a little worm. He's tiny. Look, she's bigger than him, taller, weighs more. Grandparents apparently didn't even know she was at the house. That's what we've been told. So, I know. No, that's not going to happen, Joe. They don't do that anymore. Nope, there he is. Now, I do want to remind people, look at this. Like, are these people for real? Oh, that's not it. Like, is this real? Is this a real question at fucking 9:35? Don't I have that as the headline? Are these real people? Thank you, Cheryl. So-called friend. That's right. Listen, we took a chance with and the coverage, the people out there, that was great. I like that. I learned, though, okay, sometimes better for me to be on scene for different reasons. And also, it is better that I don't see the chat because I couldn't believe what I was seeing in the chat. Some of you are fantastic, but I want to come back to, let's stick with this now. So those of you that want to know, these people, they're so impatient. Just listen. I'm going to give it to you right now. Stop typing in questions. What is wrong with people? So it's got to be the free Karen Read people. It has to be. And like, I'm mortified if I'm attracting them. I don't want to. I don't want them around. They're the worst. They're bottom feeders. But anyhow, let's just stay focused here. So she apparently, this is the story that I know. And it's probably the most story you're going to get. And that is, she had vaginal bleeding, went to the hospital. As a result of that, she missed curfew at the shelter she was staying at. I don't know. You would think there'd be an exception, medical exception. Maybe not. But they tell her, you can't stay here. So they put her in an Uber and send her to his house in Rehoboth. Apparently not happy to see her. Now, from what I understand, he didn't want to be with her anymore. And she was very, Kylee, rest in peace, in heaven, harmless little soul, 18, so excited about the pregnancy. And tragically, but could be very, very endlessly demanding. Think of someone, and I'm not being mean here, think of someone kind of on the spectrum. Sometimes they don't realize how they can be very, very annoying because they're relentless. So little Kylee shows up there and they have a disagreement. That's her. So it's a fight. She's messaging people, I feel unsafe. It's Wednesday night, August 6th. So, okay. Great. Whatever happened, they have a fight, but then they FaceTime, and it seems like everything has calmed down. Obviously, it did not. So it would seem that Wednesday night, however it was done, I think this is rough, but I believe he beat her to death. I believe that's what happened. And I feel terrible even saying that, but that's what I believe happened. So, now what to do? Well, it seems, again, no car. This fucking idiot, this dirtbag, this little weasel buries her on the 26 acres. And then he probably spent all day Thursday trying to get everything in order, which means Thursday, he's got the phone. He responds in this text message chain. By the way, all of this is on DePietro.com. And listen, I want to be very clear. I've had people like, oh, you're pushing the website. Well, listen, it's all there for people to read at leisure. What should I do? Just happen to keep repeating things over and over? So it's right there. I know. Imagine Tracy. And then you see the missed video calls. So her phone, again, on the website, last pinged at his house. I want you to check everything we put up on the website, DePietro.com, has all proven true. Where did Kylie's phone last ping? On the property. Headline. Final text from Kylee Montero, right there on DePietro.com. Kylee had bruises in April, right there. Is Greg Groom cooperating with the search for Kylee? We were the first ones to identify him. And folks, I say okay. When I do it like that, it throws off. Now it looks a little fuzzy. It should straighten out. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. And the first post was, where is Kylee Montero, right? So, but again, I put it there so people can see it and read it. And those that want to follow the case see that we are vested in the case. So Friday, he calls police and reports her missing. As soon as I heard that, why, I have other information, by the way, that I held back. I held back because I believed that they were, thank you, Danny. Good job reporting. Perfect investigative journalism. And that comes from a highly respected member of law enforcement. Wow. That is very, very nice. Thank you. Folks, we deal in reality. Okay? I don't do the conspiracy stuff. I don't. We deal in facts. What have I been talking in the past? I did have other stuff. Then I withheld because I was under the impression that they were trying to get him comfortable to go in. Two things I held back on that I have. He had to get a new phone. What a coincidence. He broke his phone and had to get a new phone. No, that's not what happened. He got rid of his phone because it could probably ping his address, and he thought he was in the clear. So we're going to find out differently. Oh, people trying to reach him. He said, I had to get a new phone. I broke my phone. Yeah, imagine the luck. What a coincidence. You lose the mother of your child, and you also broke your phone. The other thing was, how about this one? Ready? I want to be very clear. This other female, we don't know that it's reciprocal. Oh, there is another part of this. That Wednesday night, it's very possible that Kylee found out that not only was it over between them, he had feelings for her friend. And I think that's what led to an explosion, if you will. But I won't say who, but when some people went to the property with the friend, not Kylee, just the past couple of days, the grandmother came out and sees, who's this on our property? And then says to the grandfather, oh, it's okay. It's just Greg's girlfriend. So that's how the friend was seen. I have photos of her. Let's see what happens tomorrow. I have two stories I withheld. So why did I withhold them? I withheld them because I got the impression that he was getting closer to, that's why we calmed down a little bit. Sunday, Monday, we did. That was by design. So I'll also reveal that we were through a third party. I was communicating with him through a third party, and I was trying to arrange that I was going to go and interview him. Now, obviously, that did not happen. But that's how close we came. But my objective was, to be honest, what was more important was him to talk to the police. And I'll divulge, quite honestly, to be honest with you, Kylee, to be honest, I did not want to do anything to spook him before he was going to meet with the Massachusetts State Police. And that is absolutely true. I did not want to do anything that would spook him. So we pulled back on that. And so I didn't want to push that. And then this was looming. And there are people behind the scenes that deserve a lot of credit. Obviously, the Rehoboth Police, obviously the detectives with the Massachusetts State Police, and more will come out. So this morning, I knew he was there, and I knew they were talking to him. And that's why those of you that saw the 1 o'clock, that was all real. All of a sudden, we broke it. So while he's at the police station, boom, they raid the compound. So, we'll learn more. But to sum up, This is a very, very sad story. I was hoping, like many of you, for a different outcome. Between Charlotte Lester and Michelle Romano, Linda was a happy ending. Linda was a happy ending. But we have so many new people on YouTube and so many new people on Facebook. So I want you to know that, listen, we don't do the conspiracy thing. Okay? We don't do that. There's nothing wrong with working with police. We follow, as I have said, we go where the police go because they tell you a lot if you watch how they're investigating. But I am telling you, I'm not going to post. I'm talking with the family every day. And then they're appearing. Kitty would appear here. I'm not going to post they found her buried in the property if they had not. So the last, whatever hour of the people, thank you, Jasmine. I appreciate that. There's our YouTube family. Yes, I greatly appreciate that. So terrible for the family. So terrible. I just don't know. I want to come to some of these people. Stop asking questions. Just listen. Just listen. Look at this. Chris, what the fuck is wrong with you? Who knows? It's all early. He hasn't been in court yet. Keep that. Maybe. I don't think so. I heard they did not know. Linda's fine. It's not going to happen. Rehoboth Police did a great job. Massachusetts State Police. That's another thing. I saw some of the people, here we go again with the Massachusetts State Police. Bullshit. All bullshit. Excellent detectives. Excellent. Excellent. Don't believe that stuff. They're excellent. Did you see everything they used? They made it very clear. And there's a rhyme and reason. They do the search away from the property. They did a quick glance. It's very possible when they did a quick thing on the property, they sensed something. But let's wait. Let's really get everything in order. And then we go for the full search warrant, including the house, all the property, digging, everything. Massachusetts State Police. I don't care what anybody said. And I follow the news. I know the Sandra Birchmore thing. That is bad. And I know the whole Proctor text thing. Jesus Christ. I get that. And I know the overtime scam and everything. But I am telling you, by and large, there's always a few bad apples in any organization. But the Massachusetts detectives on this case, I'm telling you, they moved very quickly, smartly. They zeroed it in. You check off, not here, not here, not here, boom. And then they moved when they were ready. Perfect execution today. Lure him to the station, get him talking. They may have gotten more. He may have. Now, here's the big thing. Did he confess? I have heard that. Let's wait and see. There's no reason for that. I don't like that because then it just becomes a distraction almost. So, but it sure sounds, I think they handled it very, very well. I do. Yes, it is a different branch, as a matter of fact. Police did a very good job. They did. Listen, this is tough. Connecticut need their detectives. This is not a serial killer. It's not a serial killer. There's no conspiracy here. No conspiracy. We have a lot of new people. Boyfriend looked like he was on drugs. I heard not. I heard maybe a little bit of weed, but he's just odd. He's a very odd individual, to say the least. Something wrong with him. Are you going to be attending Mark Perkins' court date? I don't know when that is. There's nothing, a lot of this stuff, I don't think Bella, I don't think he even goes to those right now. I'll go to the trial, but a lot of this preliminary stuff, not really. Thank you, Garney. Yes. Is it true she was made to sleep in the shed? I'll answer that. It may sound like a shed, but it was really like a remodeled barn. So, but I believe that is true. I don't know if there's a bathroom there, but it could be. But I don't think it's like a shed. I think there was a barn. So, and maybe stay out in the barn. We'll see if there's still a vigil Saturday night. We'll see. I mean, that was the plan, but we'll follow for the family. And it was going to be a vigil of hope. It was. Thank you, Paige. Yes. Folks, and I want to, stress for people. The police, they don't always get it right. They got this one right. They didn't think it was a runaway. They didn't think she was anywhere, right? There was some people, maybe she's in Florida. Maybe she went to the Cape. Maybe she blah, blah, blah. Maybe I can't believe some of the comments of these people. Maybe she just needed to get away and clear her head and wanted a few days to herself. She had no money, no credit card, no ability to drive. But this guy, Greg Groom, I still can't. I mean, he reports her missing to the police, which made no sense to me in any way. As soon as I heard that, that told me he's covering. That told me also that when I heard that, I thought, wow, this guy, you know why he did that is he felt he had covered his tracks. So he felt so confident that he felt like, yeah, I'll report her missing. So, but it's so stupid because, I mean, people, when you think of like where they were searching and how far they were searching, I mean, it's as if they almost gave him too much credit. I also, something else that really comes into play here. There he is. What a little goon. So he is an idiot. He is an idiot. And he didn't get away with it. Are people really asking, did they find the body? No. She didn't have the means. I just saw the self-harm thing. Thank you, Robin. On this, you think I'm going to be wrong on this? I can't believe. Go back and read some of the comments of these people. You're not getting this. Where are you? I don't see this anywhere. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? What do you think the excavator's for? You think why? One thing I will say, by me being here, I could communicate with different people, and then, so we knew. And I didn't mean to sign off like that's it, but to me, it's like, okay, I got the word. They found the body. Now they're doing a crime scene, and then there you go. It's right there. It turned out she didn't leave the property and leave. She never left the property. He is 22, doesn't drive, lives with his grandparents. First girlfriend gets her pregnant, then breaks up with her, then kills her, then buries her in his front yard like a total lunatic psychopath. His front yard, because he doesn't drive. And admittedly, it would be very difficult to move someone she's 6 feet tall, she's pregnant, she's not petite like Anna Walsh. So calls police to report her missing. Why are you calling? The first time I heard that, I'm like, why would he be calling? He got his wish. He broke up with her and she left. Why is he calling? I want to report her missing. The Rehoboth police, to their credit, they immediately sense something's up. So they go through what they have to do, and then they began the search. And then he goes to the police station today to sit down with detectives from the state police with no attorney. That was also something. Initially, we heard after they started talking to him, he backed off like, I'm getting uncomfortable. I want a lawyer, blah, blah, blah. Walked in today with the state police detectives and no lawyer. Wow. as he's got her buried on the front fucking yard. I mean, this is like, see, it also goes back to, what did I say? I also want to mention, I want to take credit. What those of you that watch, I'll just answer my own question. They go where they know. They go where they know. People started saying, maybe it's over here. Maybe it's over here. They go where they know. They absolutely go where they know. He didn't go any farther than his yard. It's very possible he could not move her. And I don't mean that any derogatory towards poor little young Kylee, who deserved so much better. But, I want to, let's see. On top of that, Tanya, why not? The media is there. You have a statement, and now they can go. I think part of that's also to diffuse. And they have some information. They were also being criticized. Hi there, Michael, of how come the police are, how about, remember we had a conspiracy person during the course of this whole thing saying, please don't judge. I'm not judging. Maybe you're talking to someone else. Someone else said, anyone else find it odd that the police aren't talking? And, that's a conspiracy person. I can't stand the conspiracy people. No, police don't talk. They wanted to keep them in the dark. So they absolutely do. Can you imagine the front yard? They go where they know. Danny Gannon, once again. They go where they know. Think of searching the river. He couldn't move her down. She is a big girl, 6 feet tall, pregnant, maybe probably still some baby fat, had been busy with school, not exercising a lot. You put on some extra weight, but, very big. And then there's the thing they call dead weight. So a new law. I don't know, Kayla. I have to examine that. Here we go with the conspiracy. Maybe he didn't bury her by himself. I don't know, Linda. We're going to find out. I don't know. Thank you, Ashley. Yes. The only thing we did differently, that's exactly right. Thank you, John Leonard. Unless they need help. And they did. They put out a missing person alert. Unless it's going to help the investigation, there's no reason for them. So people love to ask questions. Did he have an excavator to dig? I don't know that. Possible. I want to answer this. I want to talk about this. Hold on. Now, Michelle, stop talking about her weight. Now, let me explain something. The reason why that is relevant is it's very possible it limited how far he could transport the body. You're thinking about it in the wrong way. Much like, and I'm not trying to condemn you, but you're not looking at this. When I heard how tall she was and how heavy she was, I immediately knew, well, if there's no car, they're not going far. So you're looking at it the wrong way. Much like when I say Michelle Alt that he didn't, I'm not him. What I'm saying is you are looking at this all wrong, Michelle. We were looking at for possibilities, and I'm trying not to be rude, but you're not looking at it the right way. We were trying to figure out what happened. I wasn't mocking him that he didn't drive, and the grandparents used to drive them places. I was pointing out it limited his resources, his ability to commit and carry out a crime. So if you have someone that takes the bus, they may be a bank robber, but they better make sure they time the robbing of the bank on the bus schedule. So you're taking it all wrong. It was significant. Now that you have no evidence of this. I can't believe he didn't do this by himself. There is no evidence of that. None. We'll find out. But like, let's not jump to that. I know you put just in your opinion. In your opinion. Exactly. Thank you, Bam Benson. Not to be rude. Not to be rude. Much like then maybe I understand now that, look at this. Do you believe this? It's on Channel 10. They found remains. No way. Really? That's amazing. I didn't realize that. You're kidding. Wow. Yeah, no fucking kidding, pal. Yeah, that's what we've been talking about. Why do you think I went live? Yes, thank you, Brandy. Brandy Cooper is Voice of Reason. Brandy and I are on the same page here. That's true. Me, the excavator thing. Don't, Amanda. Let's just wait. Let's just wait. I don't know what this is. Who is sharing a Facebook? What is wrong with someone like this? Knock it off. It has been a long day. Channel 10 is, yeah, no kidding. Yes. You don't know that, Michelle. I know, Amanda. But they have been. They don't know. They don't know. Not confirmed. Thank you, Chris. Yep, he does. He does. I don't know. Is someone like this going to make it in prison? I don't think so. So, well, folks, it's been a lot. We'll have more tomorrow. We'll learn more tomorrow. He's going to be in court. I want to, once again, great job by the Rehoboth Police. Great job by the Massachusetts State Police. I feel terrible for Faith. I feel terrible for Kitty, who we've had on. I know, Amanda, we confirmed it when I came on. So look at this. Get to the point. Do you believe this stuff? Where is this coming from? What is wrong with these people? Get to what point? We've been on for 46 minutes. People like this should not be on. I don't even want them around. I don't want them on the page. They dumb down the page. Just get to the point. What do you think we've been talking about? Yes, they found her body. I don't know how else to say it. Get to the point. We've been talking about it since 9:15. I know. There is something wrong. We don't need them. We don't need them. We do. All right. Thank you, everybody. Rest in peace. We'll have more tomorrow. But again, prayers and thoughts. They have found Kylee buried right there on the front lawn.